The name of the roller coaster is the Sprinkler, and the first feature is the biggest hill, and it gives it the most speed, and it has to be the highest because it gives it more speed. The second feature is a tunnel right here, so it could give more intensity for the people who ride it, and it's kind of like together. The third feature is like a curve and another tunnel, so that's the third feature. Contact force is being shown when it goes through this this curve, because when the ball goes around the curve, it hits off the back of the other part, and it keeps on going. But with a marble, when it hits off the back, it slows down. Friction is being shown when it goes down the first hill, because when it goes down, it doesn't fall like off because it has friction. Gravity is being shown if I had put a box at the end right here. Gravity is pulling it down faster. Potential energy is at the top of the hill because it's the highest point on the whole roller coaster. Kinetic energy is being shown when it goes down the hill because it's the fastest, and that's what gives it the speed. The most kinetic energy is when it goes down. The most potential energy is at the top. The least potential energy is when it goes through the tunnel because it still has a lot of speed. And the least kinetic energy is when it gets to the end because it slows down. An example of Newton's first law is when the roller coaster, the cart, is going down the first hill, and it goes down fast and keeps on going because of gravity and Newton's first law. Also, it is a balance because it doesn't fall off the roller coaster. An example of Newton's second law is when the balls start to slow down because of the mass. When the mass increases the cart, the ball and the force accelerates. An example of Newton's third law is when the roller coaster runs into the board around the curve, and at the end it slows down because when it runs into it. It had a lot of force, but the board also had a lot of force and was pushing back on it, so it would slow down. I think people, when they come to visit Six Flags, they would want to ride this roller coaster just by looking at it because of the colors and its unique turns, and because it's not as long as other roller coasters. First, I'm going to demonstrate it with the bouncy rubber ball. It goes through the whole thing with no problems. Next, with the marble. It starts to slow down because it hits off the back of the curve and it comes right back out. Now, I'm going to put a box at the end here, and both balls should be able to go through the whole thing with no problem, because gravity is pulling it down.
It's time for questions. It's not time to clap quite yet. Okay?
Question?
Why did you decide to name it Sprinkler?
Well, because the name of the group is a combination of my name and Sprinkler. So the name of the group is called Spring, and then Coles because it's Sprinkler.
Yeah. All right.
Did you talk about why? How come you didn't talk about Newton's laws?
I did.
You did.
You did.
So since you put the tissue box on the bottom, why did it go so fast?
Because when the ball, at first without the box, the balls didn't go as fast as it would, but when you have the box, it has more acceleration because the gravity's pulling it down and because this part is higher. But if you have the box over here, it will still do the same thing.
I got another question. I forgot.
Okay, last question.
Can you put the box this way to see if it does the same?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.